In Parker County arrested a woman they say planned to kill her ex-husband with fentanyl-laced chocolates. Court records reveal how deputies put a stop to the alleged murder plot. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. 63-year-old Pamela Stanley faces several charges, including attempted murder. Fox 4's Deion England live with the latest in this investigation. Deion.
Hi, Clarice. Well, the woman who was arrested, according to authorities, wanted her ex-husband dead. And now she's been indicted after her plan was intercepted. 63-year-old Pamela Jean Stanley allegedly plotted to kill her ex-husband with a box of chocolates laced with powdered fentanyl. Parker County officials say she was busted May 30th following an undercover transaction in the parking lot of this Scottish Inn motel on Interstate 20 in Weatherford. This past Thursday, Stanley was indicted by a grand jury.
What is the world coming to? Man, I'm going to give y'all this story, and then after this story, I'm going to give a little bit of an opinion as well. So, let's get right into what of this story. I'm not going to do the whole story, but I'm just going to give you the gist of it. Parker County Special Crimes Unit investigators received information from a complainant that a female subject had called them stating that she developed a plan to kill her ex-husband using powder fentanyl, the affidavit said. According to an arrest affidavit, the woman drove from her home in Coleman to Scottish Motel in Weatherford on May 30th to pick up fentanyl she purchased. Stanley's alleged deal, however, was made with an undercover investigator with the Parker County Special Crimes Unit. When she arrived at the motel, the sheriff's department said an undercover Parker County Special Crimes Unit investigator gave her a clear plastic baggie containing what she thought was fentanyl. The woman was taken into custody after the undercover deputy left the area. Officials said Stanley allegedly further planned to mail it to her ex-husband, making it appear to have been from a travel agency as a congratulatory gift for his recent engagement, along with a honeymoon incentive offer. It was a pretty ingenious plan, Koth said. I would have probably ate the chocolates. My fiance would have ate the chocolates. But even worse, we have 2 minor children here. I'm sure they would have eaten some as well. And she has no remorse. Guys, there's a song that came out years ago, and I need you guys to listen to me. I know when we get to these opinionated parts of the podcast or the video, a lot of people want to tune out because they're like, yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. But this is the shit that everybody needs to hear, right? Breaking up is hard to do. Very hard to do. Divorces are messy. Very messy at times. And no one really wants to get to a point where the person that they've said bittersweet nothings to becomes nothing else to them but a person that they want to then kill because the marriage or the relationship has ended. This lady was 63 years old. Her ex-husband wished that she would just go find happiness elsewhere like he did, but it did not happen that way. She in turn concocted a plan to kill him, possibly kill his fiance and 2 children because she was bitter about a breakup. Guys, some people out there need therapy. They need therapy. A lot of times you look at people, you see how they look, you see that they're attractive, you understand? And as time goes on, you truly find out who these people are. You're truly introduced to their character after some time. I saw a post on social media the other day where a guy an illustration Women were talking about how the relationships went lopsided with the guy, and then it said 6 months later, he meets a lady and he gets married to her 6 months later? 6 months? It does not take that long to get to know somebody. It takes longer. I thought y'all thought I was going to say it takes shorter. It takes a long time to get to know people. There's people in your family right now you don't know well. You think you do because they're your family members. But if you don't spend a lot of time around them, or if you haven't seen them in the last 5 to 6 years, you don't know them. You might say, what the F does got to do with my family? This has something to do with the F that you don't know people unless you truly get to know them. People can pretend for a long time. People can pretend for 6 months. Then you move in with them and you spend 3 years every day, day in, day out, 24/7, 365s with them. And then you truly find out who they are. Now you want to get a divorce, or now you want to end the relationship. Lust officially brought you there, and then you think you fell out of love. No, you fell out of lust. You fell out of lust. You got to enter into relationships with people who you truly want to be with. And when these people get to a point where they discover that you may not just be the person that they want to be with anymore, you have to be big enough, woman enough and man enough to then take their exit and go on about your business and find somebody new. And if you need therapy, which I always say this in each and every one of these videos I do, I recommend therapy. If you don't want to get therapy, talk to a pastor that you trust, or communicate with a friend that has some type of experience or some type of logical advice for you, and talk with someone. Do not let yourself throw away your freedom because you're mad about a breakup. I hope this makes sense to somebody out there. And if you're going through a breakup, I hope that you somehow find the happiness that you think you deserve. Guys, I will talk to you in the next one. Be safe out there. Peace out.